Hi, I'm Grace Chimolu from Product Management Festival. Thank you so much for joining us today for this information session about the Product Management Executive Program. At any time during the session, feel free to send in any questions via the chat window on the side of your screen. And with that, I'll go ahead and share some slides with you about the program, and then we'll make sure we get to your questions at the end. What is the Product Management Executive Program? It's an accelerated executive level leadership development and advanced product management program, and it's brought to you by INSEAD and the Product Management Festival. Today, I'll go over what the program is, who is it for, how you would benefit, the faculty that's affiliated with it, as well as a schedule, a sample schedule for the week, and the feedback that we have received, as well as review the application process. For those of you who don't know us, Product Management Festival is an organization whose mission is to amplify the impact of product management globally, not only the products themselves, but also on their organizations, and to help product managers be more successful. We had been hearing from people that we meet through our annual conferences and local initiatives that there was a desire and need for more resources and training. And not just for the standard product management and leadership topics, but also for areas more relevant at the executive level. As product managers' careers progress, their roles shift to start focusing on more strategic areas, such as shaping and influencing the organization. Therefore, the standard product management education becomes insufficient at this point. And so we partnered with INSEAD, a leader in executive education, and the #1 ranked international business school 2 years in a row by the Financial Times. This program will help you gain the tools, knowledge, and know-how to lead effectively and to amplify your impact on the organization. Our upcoming programs, the next one will be the 1st to 5th of April. And this will be held at the INSEAD campus in Fontainebleau in France, and it's just right outside of Paris. And then our next one will be in the fall, 2nd to 6th of September, also on the France campus. And if you are interested in an offering, the program offering in Singapore, please email us at exec@productmanagementfestival.com. And I'll share the email again with you a little bit later on, but you can please send us an inquiry. I'll note here that each program is independent of the other, so you don't need to travel or attend multiple programs to complete it. The 1 week is the entirety of the program. This program is for current and rising product management executives. It will be relevant to those who are transitioning into the executive level and wish to accelerate their learning or be more aware of what areas will need to be developed, such as a different level of communication or execution, as they make their next career move. It's also for current product management executives who wish to refine their executive level skills. Sometimes we don't have the benefit of a mentor, and on-the-job training can sometimes only go so far, especially if you're entering uncharted territory with a company. This program can help expose you to additional tools, scenarios, experiences, and processes that could help you. We will be covering advanced product management topics, so it will be taught at the level of someone who has already had a fair number of years of product management experience, or at least exposure. How would this program benefit you? I'll go through 5 reasons here, though there are many more. The first is acknowledging and developing your leadership style, so you can lead yourself and your organization through growth and change. At the executive level, you have so much more power. And as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. So it's critical you understand your leadership style and how you impact others. And you can develop your capacity to exercise your leadership effectively and responsibly within your organization, because then you can better understand how to affect change. As product managers progress in their careers, their responsibilities start to shift. We rely on our ability to lead through the organization, ability to influence and navigate through networks, and to get the job done. And at the executive level, this ability to lead and influence continues, and with greater impact. If you thought being a product manager was tough, having all that responsibility with no authority, just think of how it will be having to influence stakeholders at the executive level, and who are all your peers. I found this quote from a Forbes article and thought it was insightful. The dynamics will change. You are a leader to a group of other leaders. The second benefit is effectively building, developing, and retaining your teams. And that requires an understanding of your impact on group dynamics. I think it goes without saying that it's pretty hard to grow and develop a product team if you don't have a good hold on retention. Turnover costs can range from 93 to 200% of an exiting employee's salary. And I'll also note that this is from an article that's titled Voluntary Turnover. They usually leave their bosses and not their jobs. If you need to scale your team, retention is key. But this is not just about being a good manager. This is also about understanding your impact on group dynamics, on how to effectively use your networks, on how to scale a team in a sustainable way, and how to develop and manage product management culture. Most of us need to work hard to learn how to be good and effective managers and leaders. And as that responsibility grows, I challenge you to strive to be the executive that great team members want to work with, or be the executive that you would want to work with. Complementing the leadership sessions, we will have product management specific sessions that are taught by guest speakers who are currently heading up their product management organizations at their companies. They will give you insight into what they've learned, their successes and mistakes, and provide you with practical, actionable information that you can apply or look into applying once you get back home. Some of us don't have the benefits of mentors, especially at the executive level, where there are fewer product management executives. Or there are mentors available at the executive level, but they don't have insight into what product management specific challenges you might face. This program can help with that. And while many of us learn from on-the-job training, which I'm a big fan of, sometimes we don't have the luxury of time to learn from our mistakes. Sometimes we also don't have the financial leeway to make too many large-scale mistakes. So learn from those who have come before you. And as I like to think of it, don't repeat mistakes that you can already sidestep. If you're going to make mistakes, then go make new ones for you can learn from. Another benefit of the program is the focus on critical softer skills that are often overlooked. Many feel like they've worked on areas like communications, negotiations, networking, and think they're all set. But these are skills that could always use refining. And now you're in an executive role where you're communicating with groups you may not have had to before: a board, investors, strategic partners, the press. Your words will have farther reach and greater implications and impact. Your communication could potentially affect stock price, land or lose a key client or partner, maybe even trigger a lawsuit. The list can go on. You'll need to be ever mindful of your communication style and other soft skills. This program will help you refine and strengthen those skills and increase your self-awareness so you can maximize those soft skills to your advantage. Finally, I think we've probably all have heard about how important it is to network. Most organizations don't have teams of product managers around, and so oftentimes we hear how product managers feel they're alone in their situations. But after meeting other PMs, such as an event like PMF or a local meetup group, or reading articles and books, they realize that many of the problems they're facing are actually experienced by so many others. This program will be bringing senior level product managers together. You will not only learn from the faculty, but also from each other. You'll become part of a community from which you will reap the benefits for years to come. This program is not possible without our faculty. Our program director is Professor Noah Askin, who is an assistant professor of organizational behavior at INSEAD, and he teaches the executive education classes as well as the organizational design and leadership courses in the core MBA program. He's also received a Dean's Excellence Commendation of Excellence Teaching Award. And with them, we will have guest speakers who are product management executives at their respective organizations who will be sharing their lessons learned with you. This is the group of faculty who advise and teach for us. Every program does have a different mix of faculty since we do look at their availability and if they're able to come to that particular date as well as campus location. And so it will be a subset of this group for every program offering. And this is a view towards a sample program. The program is split within the week with 3 days of executive leadership sessions led by Noah and 2 days of product management specific sessions led by guest lecturers. This is a sample agenda and the actual program may vary, but in every program, there will be classes such as leadership understanding and your own leadership style and how it impacts others, how you can influence using informal authority such as power and status, as well as on the product management side, there's stakeholder management, scaling, metrics, and managing impact at scale, and a variety of those types of topics as well. And the courses, the sessions will be all taught with a mixture of lecture, cases, workshops, group exercises. So one question that we get a lot of is what the feedback has been about the program. So I'd like to share some brief highlights with you now. This is our class from the program that we had from last June in France. Of the 25 participants in the group, we had 9 C-levels. 4 were CPOs, and the others were CTOs, CMOs, COOs who had product reporting to them. We also had 7 vice president and heads of products, and 5 director and senior PM levels. They came from throughout Europe, US, and Russia, and hailed from companies such as Booking.com, WeTransfer, Zipcar, Shipstead, and many others. The program received an NPS score of 87.5. And when we asked what was the single most important reason behind recommending the program, here are a few examples of the reasons cited. The content is precisely for product leaders, no waste of time with not completely related topics, so much valuable knowledge in just 5 days, the quality of the sessions and the group conversations. It's a very stimulating program and group experience. So how can you be a part of this unique program? To apply, you can visit our website off the Product Management Festival page or email us from the application. The applications are due to INSEAD by the deadline for the respective program, and they're listed on the website. And after you have submitted your application to INSEAD, you will subsequently receive an admissions notification decision from them. And the dates are also listed for you as well. But if you have any questions at any time, or if you'd like to receive the marketing flyer for more information, the application form itself, we also have a short video from our June class with some feedback, just to give you a flavor of the program. Feel free at any time then to reach out to us at exec@productmanagementfestival.com for you to be able to receive any of that information. So a quick recap. Our next program will be just outside of Paris on the INSEAD France campus, the 1st to 5th of April. And then our next one will be in the fall for 2nd to 6th of September. The program is 5 days with 3 days that are on the executive leadership level, as well as 2 days that are product management specific. It is 9,200 euros. And you can find more information by going to our website or, as I mentioned before, emailing us. As we wrap up, I wanted to share a graphic that I saw courtesy of Professor Askin from a presentation he had done on the skills needed for a product manager. And he encapsulates very well what is needed to be a successful senior level product manager. It's the brain of an engineer, the heart of a designer, the tongue of a diplomat, and my favorite, the herding skills of an Australian shepherd. We understand the types of challenges you face as a product manager, and this program can help you become a stronger product management executive and help you amplify your impact on the organization. And so with that, I'd like to thank you very much for your time for joining us for this information session. I'll go ahead and take a look to see if we have any questions. So feel free to send in any questions on the chat window to your side. In the meantime, I'll also cover a couple questions that we'd received beforehand. One of them is, what does the tuition cover? So the tuition covers the course materials, the course program itself, the program sessions, as well as the catering during the week. It does not cover the accommodations, and that will lead me into another question that we also received, which is accommodations and how that works. So what happens is that when, if you were to receive the admissions notification, then INSEAD actually automatically provides you a reservation at the official hotel for the program. And that's just to ensure that you have a place to stay for that week. It is, of course, up to you to decide if that is where you would like to stay, as well as if you do decide to stay there, then upon checkout, it would be your financial responsibility. So really for that, for the accommodation side, it's more that INSEAD is trying to help facilitate making sure that you do have a place. But in terms of the financial responsibility, that would fall upon you. And then the other one is, are there organized activities in the evenings during the program? So we do have certain activities throughout, but there's certainly for evenings as well. We do realize that you have taken the time out from your jobs to be able to come here. And so there's some times when you do need to catch up. But we also really wanted to help facilitate the ability for everyone to get together and have a chance to get to know each other better, to network. And so, for example, there will be an opening dinner, a closing dinner, and certainly a couple other evening or after program activities at the end of the day. None of these are mandatory, but we definitely do encourage participation in them because I think it's just one of the benefits for you to come on campus, be with a cohort, and that way you'll be able to spend time with your fellow participants and the faculty outside of the classroom, chance to network also, and just to get to know one another in a little bit more social setting. And then the final one that I've also received was, will every program have the same faculty teaching? And so as I also mentioned a little bit earlier, we do have a group of faculty who advise and or teach with us, but not every single person will come for every program. And that's just mainly due to time and program schedule as well as their availability. And so what we have is a group of a subset of those guest faculty who will come for every session. And so then, therefore, the program sessions that we do have that are product management specific are a little bit more tailored to their specialties. We do have core base level of topics that are, of course, covered for every session. And then we also, depending on the mix of faculty, also provide a little bit of some sessions that are tailored more to their specialties, because every guest faculty member is unique in their experiences and what they can share with you. So that takes us to the conclusion of this information session. Thank you very much for joining us today. And as I mentioned, feel free at any time to send us a question at exec@productmanagementfestival.com. Thank you very much.